Sister Faith Morris, you there?
I am, yes.
I was honored to have you. Can you state your position for the record?
Yeah. It's unfortunate that the Sister Rhodes, and I did meet her, but didn't have much interaction with her. There was a young woman there that was acting as a spokesperson who had said that there was going to be a rally, and I said we weren't aware of it, and we really would want to be aware of it, and that she was waiting for Senator Cohen to meet her at the museum. We hadn't gotten any word of that either, and I gave her my card and said, if in fact this happens, I need you to contact me, because one, we need to know about it, and two, we need to make sure that everything is okay. But I do think it's unfortunate that there's a stand that she took against the museum. When I met the young lady, she wasn't upset when I talked to her. No one was accosting her. One of my staff people were explaining to her that she couldn't set up a food truck. And when I walked up, she explained that to me, and I concurred that she just could not pull up to the museum's grounds with an unauthorized food truck. That we have to have approved vendors for the safety of our visitors, for the safety of our guests. We had thousands of people at the museum that day, as we always do for King's birthday, for the official holiday. And, I hate that she is using the museum in this way. I don't think the museum did anything to them. In fact, and I personally said I was very sorry to hear about what happened to the baby and hoping that they were getting the help that they needed. But no, she couldn't just pull up a food truck. And no, I didn't know about a rally, nor do I know if a rally ever happened. And here's what I will say about our security team. Mm-hmm. We have to make sure that the people that come to the National Civil Rights Museum are safe. And anytime there's any threat to any safety, our folks go into action. But it's not overly aggressive. It's very respectful. But in this instance, I have no report that even that happened, that she'd been accosted by anybody. When I met her, she was walking along the sides of where the administration building was. Mm-hmm. And, I just don't feel that it's fair to use the museum in this way. I don't feel she was bullied. I don't feel she was harassed. I do think that she was told no for something that is not authorized at the museum, and we were right to do that. In fact, I told her no, that she couldn't do a food truck that wasn't authorized. But that was really it. We weren't disrespectful to her or the baby's mother or their group at all. So I was very surprised to read your blog and that you made me aware of how she felt she was treated, because that's not the way people are treated at the National Civil Rights Museum. We go above board in making sure that folks feel very respected and welcomed on our grounds. So I would love to know, more about this, because if there's something that we need to do differently, I just don't know what that is. But the way this has been described is not true.
So, I was there earlier today. It was a whole bunch of people there. I had a lot of folks there on MLK Day. And I was asking Sister Maggie, was there any pictures or videos? Because you know how people walk around with their cell phones, you got cameras and video availability on your cell phone. Or did anybody complain to you all, outside of them, that they were being harassed and bullied? So you didn't get no complaints at all from anybody in that large crowd on Monday, on King Day, nor did you get a security report file from your security team?
No. Did you see any?
It was a lot of people there. The security, I didn't have any issues. Like, I left an hour before she said everything went down, allegedly. I didn't have no problems with anybody at the museum. It was very, accommodating from my point of view, but they had an agenda that they were trying to do. But you were saying that the lady named Sister Mickey was doing most of the talking on with the food truck.
Yeah, I didn't catch her name.
Mickey, I think her name is Mickey. I forgot her last name. It's Mickey, though. The one with the food truck. But she did most of the talking.
Right, she did all the talking.
She did all the talking. Okay. And that's who the person you gave your card to.
I gave her my card so that if, in fact, there was a rally, so that we could be on hand just to make sure that everything went smoothly, that there were no issues to our visitors. And for all I know, there wasn't a rally, and there wasn't an altercation. So yes, it does disturb me when we are characterized as being harassing and bullying anyone on our premises. Do we take care of business when things need to happen? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We do that on behalf of our employees, on behalf of our visitors in the neighboring area. We have to do that, as with any public entity. But, we're not bullies at all.
I thought that what would be like? It's like you was open or receptive to the idea of the museum being involved and helping promoting this case. What would have been the proper protocol to get the museum's involvement?
You know what? We had a full stage there all day long, running all day long.
Mm-hmm.
If she wanted to create awareness that this baby had been mutilated, and if that was truly the agenda, then ask the question: can I let your folks know what has happened? One of the things that we always have to be careful of is to make sure that folks use access to the public properly.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find out what's going on and whether it's something that we should expose our guests to. But that was never the question.
Mm-hmm.
It was never the question. The question was, can I pull my food truck up? No. And we're getting ready to have a rally. Well, okay. But when is it? Where is it? Who's involved in it? How is it being organized? To use here was a captured audience of thousands of people there on site to enjoy the holiday, to get the lessons of Dr. King,
mm-hmm.
to actually be presented as us being counter to what Dr. King's legacy is, I think is an insult to the museum and absolutely not fair or correct in characterizing what we do. We work very hard to protect Dr. King's legacy. We work very hard to make sure that what we do, our programming, our initiatives, and the folks we associate with are on par with what the museum is all about. And so that's what King Day is. That's what all of our initiatives are about. So like I say, I was very surprised about this. And the only way I knew about it was reading your blog. She had my card. She could have easily said, I'm being harassed. Things are not going well. Can you help? I didn't get anything. I haven't heard from her anymore. But she gave you the card. So
she gave me the number. Yeah, she gave me the number. But you say you gave it to Mickey, but Maggie gave me the number to your contact information to reach out to you.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad that she did, because otherwise I would have no idea that this was going on, and we wouldn't be able to respond to it.
Well, I would definitely thank you for responding. I didn't know if you were ever going to respond, but I was disturbed as a person who is aware of things. It would have been disturbing for y'all to do that on King Day of all days at the place of his assassination.
Well,
it's very disturbing. If y'all, I said allegedly, I didn't know because I wasn't there.
Here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with media all the time. I came from media. It was one of my first jobs was media.
Mm-hmm.
And so I understand the whole principle of media. But I also would hope that you would get all the facts. And I'm glad that you did reach out to me so that I could respond to this.
Mm-hmm.
But the damage is kind of done, because folks sometimes don't allow you to correct things and stuff like this. This is very sensational, that the museum would dare do something to an innocent child and his family.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't. We're innocent of this.
Well, ask you this: could it be like some type of silver lining? Can it be like something could come out of this? In your opinion, can something be done that could be good for both sides to come out of this?
Well, one thing that I totally insist on is that the museum's name be not tarnished by this, because we didn't do what she said we did. But all that aside, the bigger issue apparently is that there's a baby that had been wronged. And I don't know even this total story. The first I'd really heard of it was when she talked to me about it. And to go the right way in getting justice for him. And don't use all these side ways of getting it done. Do it straight, you know? Because it just takes away from what the real issue is. The issue is not the museum. The museum didn't do a thing other than what we typically do, is open our arms to this community and folks that are coming in all over the world that want to understand what Dr. King is about and the Civil Rights Museum and the Civil Rights movement. That's what we do every day. So this takes us away from what we do, and everybody has the right to take a stand on anything they want. Nobody is trying to stop that at all. But it certainly would be better, I would think, that if the real agenda is to help that baby and to help the baby's family and to get justice for that child, then focus on that.
Sister Faith, I thank you so much for responding, and I definitely will put this out there today and give people responses and stuff, and also get Sister Maggie take on it as well. As I'm glad I got both sides of the story here. But I will hope there's some good to come out of this. It could be rectified, because I got the big opening coming in on April the 4th with the museum renovation, and the museum should be a part of the community. Because I always thought of the museum. I had been a tour guide there when it first started with my mom when I was 12 years old. As a volunteer, the purpose of some place like that is to incubate the next generation of activists, of leadership and stuff, to take it to the next level. That's my hope for the museum. So I would love to see the museum be more active and engaged with the community on matters such as this incident with the baby, but also other things as well. So I thank you for taking the time to come out and speak your point of view, and also represent the museum on this issue that hopefully could be resolved very soon.
Well, hopefully it will be resolved, and just do know that we are very respectful of this community. We're very respectful of everything that happens on our grounds, and we wish her well. We wish that she would really work toward a better end for the baby.
Thank you, Sister Faith, so much for taking the time out to be able to schedule. We appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. As well.